Level on this team at this point, knowing what you have to get done this week?
I think desperation is a word we probably wouldn't want to use right now. I think that puts too much pressure, on ourselves. So we're gonna go out and perform as best as possible, and we feel like we, put it all together like we know we can. This could be a big stretch for us.
In terms of psyche, Coach Bjorn was talking about the idea that you guys have physical problems, but also mental. Getting off that game the other day, that you guys were really down about it and stuff. Is that something that comes on you a little bit, that you need to, as a leader of this team, kind of make sure the guys don't carry that over, because you know how to kind of shake it off?
When he says that, I think it just speaks that the guys on this team really care. So to be down about the game obviously show that we care. But we just got to brush it off now at this point. We can't go back and change anything. So all we can do is look at the film and make the adjustments that's necessary. And to answer your question, as a leader, I think my approach to things and the little things that I do can and will make a difference on the psyche of this team, as far as guys feeling like they let some guys down when everybody in that locker room loves them. So it's all about moving on at this point.
What do you remember from that last Northwestern game that you can use in this?
They run some stuff at a really high level, and it's hard to emulate it in practice. And as you see in the game, he was running some things that our scout team and some guys that we put on the team to replicate that just couldn't. So we expect them to be high powered on that end, and we never know what they're going to do on the defensive end. So going into this, we're just going to be prepared for whatever, and ready for a second time around, and ready to make a big run over these next 3 or 4 days.
The depth where it is right now, how do you prepare for playing maybe 35 minutes, potentially back-to-back days of the tournament?
I feel like you all over again, man. You just get out and do it again, and you do as much as you can on the front end to prepare your body, as far as treatment and hydration. So that's all I really can do at this point, and like I said, just feel like you again. You just gotta get out and go do it.
Derrick, I'm sorry somebody already asked you this, but have you been watching other conference tournaments and seeing how some of the so-called underdogs have come from behind and win them? Does that give you guys any ideas and inspiration, anything like that?
Honestly, nah. I've just been really focused on Michigan and my teammates, so I haven't really got a chance to watch any other teams. Around this time, anything can happen. So, as usual, there's going to be some stories where some teams come back. But, these last few days and going forward, I've just been, focused on my teammates and, how we can improve and get to where we want to be.